Well, as world leaders prepare to descend on Glasgow for COP26, the head of climate change for the World Health Organization is planning to cycle there. Diarmid Campbell-Lendrum set off from Geneva yesterday. He'll be joined along the way by healthcare providers from across the world. Diarmid joins me now. He's along the way, and he's also with Finella, a consultant in paediatric palliative medicine at Great Ormond Street Hospital. She's also going to be taking part in the ride. Diarmid, Finella, thanks a lot for talking to us. Diarmid, you didn't choose the easiest way to get to Glasgow, I must say.
No, it's quite a way. It's 850 kilometres. I've just done the first day. So far, so good. But we thought it was important, basically, to show this commitment on behalf of the health workers of the world to address the climate crisis.
You're going to be taking a report and a letter, aren't you? Just explain to us what's in that report and what's in that open letter.
So the report is basically something that we've produced from WHO, but in consultation with the health community around the world. And it's basically a series of messages that we're taking on behalf of the health community to the leaders who are meeting in Glasgow. And it has a series of recommendations about the need for stronger climate action to protect our health, but also about the fantastic health benefits that you get from acting on climate change. So improved air quality, more sustainable and healthier food, and the mobilisation of the healthcare professionals as a strong voice for climate action. And that letter is a letter which has been signed by organisations representing 45 million healthcare workers from around the world. That's about 2/3 of all healthcare workers who are really now mobilised for climate action.
You live and work in Geneva, don't you?
That's right, yeah.
So do you ride a bike around there?
I do. So I live about 16 kilometres, about 10 miles from work. I live over the border in France and, yeah, cycle in every day. And that's basically what I've been doing for the last 10 years, which is, I think it's good for me and it's good for the planet as well.
Yeah. Let's bring in Finella, because she's going to be taking on the challenge from London. She's going to cycle up to Glasgow. Finella, what about you? Do you cycle in London? It's quite a difficult thing to do, though, isn't it?
Yes, I do cycle in London. I've cycled in London, honestly, since I was 17. It's actually getting much, much easier to cycle in London. We have much better cycle lanes now, particularly since lockdown, cycle lanes have improved, and I really, really hope that that stays.
You're a consultant in paediatric palliative care.
Yes.
Just talk to us about how serious air pollution is for young people and how that manifests in your work.
To be honest, it's an absolutely huge problem, and I had not realised until preparing for this cycle just how bad it is. We know that air pollution for children is a huge, huge problem. Pollution in air can actually cross the placenta and affect children even before they're born. Around 16% of low birth weight and 36% of premature births can be associated with air pollution. That is staggering. And we know that mortality in the under fives is also strongly linked with air pollution, with premature births and low birth weight. So, I think in palliative care, we're seeing children who have been affected by pollution. The thing that really, really brought it home for me, which still totally breaks my heart, I see children at end of life. I see children who are struggling to breathe. And I know that every breath they fight for, they're breathing in air that has levels of pollution that is so high, the World Health Organization has said this is toxic. And I can't stand by anymore and just watch that happen, because if I do nothing, it means that it doesn't matter, that children are breathing air that's poisoning them. Even children who are dying are gasping to breathe in something that's toxic. It's completely wrong. And if I do nothing about it, it means it doesn't matter to me. It means that child doesn't matter to me. And actually, every child matters. People need to know about this. We actually need to be talking to policymakers, talking to governments, and really pushing them to stand up to this really big problem and make a change. And we can do that. We don't have to live like this anymore, and we shouldn't. We just shouldn't accept it.
Let's talk about that change and go back to Diarmid now. In terms of air pollution and COP26, a lot of the discourse around COP26 is that it is just going to be more talk. Who's going to attend? We don't even know if President Xi is going to be there from China. But what do you want in terms of air pollution? What concrete steps do you want coming out of COP26?
Well, it's one of the things that we've got in the report, and I think Finn has just really brought it home that air pollution is a massive crisis. It kills over 7 million people a year around the world. The outdoor air pollution, which is about half of it, about 2/3 of that comes from the burning of fossil fuels. So that's the same thing which is killing people, including children, which is driving the climate crisis. And so one of the things that we want to come out of this is the appreciation. This is a really good opportunity. It's not just about saving the climate for decades to come, essential though that is, but you can make a massive impact on improving air quality, saving millions of lives if you're able to get rid of those polluting energy sources. And that's the kind of thing that we think is underplayed in the climate discussions. People think it just costs money. People think we're having to pay to solve the climate crisis. But in fact, the benefits, the health benefits from acting on these sources are actually twice as big as what it costs to fix the problem. So I think the air pollution issue is one that people should be talking about, I think, all of the time.
Finella, what do you think? Do you think that if the leaders do make those difficult decisions and those difficult commitments at COP26, you will see an impact on the lives of children fairly swiftly?
I think we'll definitely see an impact, and there's certainly research that backs that up. We know that, for example, when there have been temporary improvements in air pollution, the incidence of low birth weight and premature birth has gone down. So there's research around preparation for the Beijing Olympics when air pollution was improved. So we know it will make a change. We know it will.
OK, well, thank you so much. And good luck to both of you on that ride. Diarmid, I'm almost disappointed. Dr. Tedros is such a larger-than-life character. I just thought that he would be on that ride too. But thank you so much and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.